What's going on? This is Alan Brown, and this is So You Want to Play Bass Volume 3. In the first 2 volumes or so, we talked about the different basses, starting from a very basic standpoint, different types of basses, different styles of bass playing. We talked about hand positioning, left and right. Now let's actually get into some playing. So everything that I'm going to be going over is going to be in the key of G. It's just it's the first dot or the 3rd fret on the top E string. That's the sound that it has. So everything that I'm going to be showing you is going to be using the note G. So let's go ahead and get into it. Let's revisit the number system in the major scale. I'll call out the numbers as I play the notes, and you can see the hand position. First time I go through, I'm just going to use my pointer finger to point out all the spaces. So I'm hoping you can see everything pretty good. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1 or 8. But let's call it 1, because 1 is the same note. They're the same note, and that's called an octave. Went over that in some prior videos. I believe 2.2. I believe, I'm not sure. But yeah, so I bring up the different hand positions or the different playing positions for the major scale and give the numbers to you so that you could know where I'm going whenever I'm giving out these groove numbers. So first thing I'm going to talk to you about is a 1-4-5. So if you remember the major scale I just went over, or the number scale I just went over, the 1 is here, skip 2, skip 3, 4, and then the next note is 5. So how I'm going to teach this first little playing pattern is going to be swapping between the 1st and the 5th of each note you're playing. So you have the 1st and you have the 5th. Okay? So this is one of the first things I learned besides doing the chromatic run and stuff, and I'll talk about that in a second. So 1st and 5ths in each note in the 1-4-5 progression. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Go to the 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Back to the 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 to the 5, 2, 3, 4 to the 4, 2, 3, 4 to the 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. So that's a 1-4-5 progression. Now, where would you hear this type of music? It kind of sounds like sitting by the dock of the bay, Otis Redding or whatever. So it's like he's doing that type of thing. Right? That type of feel. And also some kind of maybe like a country walking song, and we'll get to that in this video a little bit later too. So very quickly, again, just to show you 1s and 5ths doing a 1-4-5 progression. 1-4-5. So it's 1, a little bit faster. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. So as you get this along and you can start doing it faster, then you can start adding what's the beginning makings of an arpeggio, which is 3 notes. So it could be, rather than playing the 1st and the 5th, you then play your first, third, fifth, and then go back to the third and then the 1. So using it in a 1-4-5 progression, it kind of sounds like this. 4, back to the 1, to the 5, to the 4, to the 1. Okay, and that's the beginning makings of an arpeggio. You can take this out to you can expand even these notes out to go to like a kind of like a, I hear it more in country music, but it's like a country music type of run, and it uses the beginning 3 notes, the 1, 3, 5, 6, flat 7, back to the 6, 5, 3, 1. So you would really, this is kind of like a walking bass line type thing, like the beginnings of a walking bass line. But you hear this in like country music, that type of thing. And most of the time they'll swing it, but I'm not going to swing it. I'm just going to play it regular, run through the progression, and then we'll move on to the next little thing. So 1, 3, 5, 6, flat 7, 6, 5, to the 4, to the 1, to the 5. Okay. Okay. So you may have noticed that me doing the transition from the 4 to the 5, I only did the arpeggio, the first 3 notes of it, because the space you have in between getting from those bass root notes, the 5 position and the 4 position, you don't have that much time to run to the, you don't have the time to get there. So to the 4, that's still the same thing. So you don't have that much time to go all the way and do the whole scale. So arpeggio, slide down, back to the 1, and you're done. And that's the 1-4-5. A few different flavors on the same thing. I also heard with doing this hand type of position, rather than going to a flat 7, they actually take it back to the octave, which is this one. So that one sounds like this. So yeah, that's 1-4-5 progression, and you would use that in, you know, some country fills or doing a walking bass line. Next thing I'm going to talk about is the chromatic run, or the, I would call it a church run, and it goes like this. So you have your root note here. The chromatic run goes since you hit this octave note, you can then start at the very beginning again. So playing it consecutively, this is how it sounds. Okay. You can once you start getting all this stuff down, you can then take the octave notes that you know, because you know these are the same notes. So you can then take this line and play it just a little different flavor when you're actually doing the note. And you could also take up or down the octave too, because those notes are the same as well. So E, F, G. So playing that idea, this is how it would sound. I'm gonna slow it down so I don't lose you if you don't already know this. So root note, doing the same bass line, just changing octaves. Just changing octaves. And that is where I'm going to end it for this video. I got to change my battery. It's blinking at me now. So, yeah, let's go ahead and conclude this with volume 3. Have a lot of information in this video, and I'm sorry if I went fast. I'm trying not to make these 15-minute videos. Thank y'all for rocking with me. I appreciate each and every one of y'all watching. You can follow me on Instagram, IG, Bully the Kid. That's BULLY_THAKIDD. Have a link in the description below, or I'll have the spelling of it or whatever, if you want to follow me on social media. But yeah, thank y'all. Till next time, y'all be easy.